Hello guys, what is up? This is Galactic Alien. Welcome you guys to the Season 4 National Pokemon Association Draft Analysis video. I am the coach of the Chicago Cubchoos, Galactic Elliott, and for those that are not aware, I'm a part of the National Pokemon Association. This is the third season. I'm part of the NPA and yeah, we're part of it season 2. I believe we went 6-6, and then last season went 7-5, I believe, making the playoffs and then losing against Johnny Gay Pokemon. So we're gonna forget how we did in the last 2 seasons, and we're gonna strive for vengeance this season and see where we can go. Last season, I was known to be the guy with the crazy core of Mega Metagross, Clefable, and Salamence, and people were wondering, how the hell is this guy gonna lose? Well, I did lose, because it was a beatable team, and I, was just, you know, I didn't really have the best foundation surrounding those amazing Pokemon, and honestly, it wasn't really my style. So, this season, we're going for more of something that will be of my style. And for those that just missed out on the NPA Draft, it was streamed on A-Drive channel. A-Drive being the YouTuber streamer and also the coach of the Minnesota Vikings, the Season 3 champion of the NPA as well. So, yeah, shoutouts to A-Drive, and make sure you guys check out the draft. It happened live, and you guys will be seeing it on YouTube probably in the next day or so. I'm going to leave all the links in the description down below so you guys can check out the video, of course, and I'll send you guys to the channel that have the video. Also, before we start off anything, just letting you guys know, the limited time only, we're gonna have Chicago Cubchoo plushies on sale still. Has Booger, has a nice little beautiful Chicago Cubchoo shirt on, has a nice little flag, so just so we can weave it around a little bit, and we got a nice little Galactico in the back of the shirt. So pretty damn awesome stuff. Just limited time only. It's also gonna be in the description. Onaj has this as well as shirts. If you guys are interested, I just want to make sure people know about that because it's limited time only, and you guys should pick it up before it is out if you want to get it, of course. And for those that don't know what the NPA is, it is a draft league format, basically battle league for Pokemon. So there'll be 24 people, and we all have to draft a team of 11. So yeah, we have Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, 2 Tier 4s, and 1 Tier 5, and then a Mega, of course, as well as 4 free Pokemon. So free Pokemon, basically, you have to, you're given 400 points before the draft starts, and you're supposed to use those points wisely for those free Pokemon. So let's say I already have a Tier 1 Pokemon, why don't I get another one? If I want to get another Tier 1 Pokemon, it'll cost 180 points. 120 for Tier 2, 100 for Tier 3, 60 for Tier 4, and 40 for Tier 5. So yeah, and you can only, of course, get 1 Mega on your team, and everything like that. So, without further ado, with a 5th overall pick, I have 24 people. This is a 24-man league, which is insane. I'm the assistant commissioner for this league as well this season, so pretty damn awesome stuff, honestly. I'm very honored to be the assistant commissioner for this league. I'm trying to make it the best it can be, and let's try to make it the best season it can be for the Chicago Cubchoos. So, with my 5th overall pick, I didn't know if Tapu Koko would actually land out to me. I was wondering, will this nice little Coco bird come to me and join my team? And I was hoping, I was praying, and without further ado, your Chicago Cubchoos is the first pick overall. Got Tapu Koko. Shocker right now, I was completely not hinting that we got it. Tapu Koko randomly got to us number 5 pick. I don't know how it did, because Tapu Koko is amazing. He recently got Defog. It is an amazing Pokemon, has Volt Switch as well as U-Turn. It has something like Nature's Madness that can always bring down a Pokemon by half its HP that it came in with. It gets Dazzling Gleam for the stab, which if that move must be pretty insane. Electric Terrain makes Electric type moves way stronger. It gets things like Calm Mind, so you can set up. It is an amazing Z user, and I just want to let you guys know that Z moves are open for anybody on the team to use, of course, other than Megas, because Megas have to be holding the Mega Stone. So, any Pokemon could be holding a Z Crystal of any kind in this league. So, Tapu Koko could be using any sort of Z Crystal that it wants to. It gets pretty decent coverage. It gets things like Grass Knot and whatnot, which can definitely take down those Gruntests that want to come in and try to wreak some havoc. And it being a Z Crystal move can do lots of justice for me. And Koko, honestly, is a Pokemon I've never really gotten to use. Its speed is insane, and while it is a little bit fragile, it is amazingly powerful. You can hit it both on the physical and special side. You get Wild Charge and Thunderbolt, of course, and, you know, it's just such a great Pokemon. You can do whatever you want with it, and it is a Pokemon that I really want to try to wreak havoc with and see if I could take it to the top. So, Tapu Koko is my number 1 pick, and I'm really happy that I have it this season, honestly. I'm very happy. My other 2 options were Tapu Fini and Mega Lopunny, which I could have gone on either one, but Finny in the number 5th overall pick, I just didn't think was really necessary, and I saw Coco there, and I'm like, I need to take Coco. So your Chicago Cubchoos have Tapu Koko for the first pick. For the second round, we ended up getting Milotic. Yes, the beautiful Pokemon known as Milotic, it actually is really amazing, a very annoying Pokemon to deal with. It gets both Dragon Tail and Haze, so if Pokemon wants to sit up in its face, Dragon Tail it away completely, or Haze, so that way the Pokemon's stats will go back to normal. So if my stats got lowered, or their stats got, you know, buffed up, then Haze will completely negate all of that happening and will bring it down to neutral. So really has stuff from Milotic. It also gets reliable recovery with Recover, of course. It gets Ice Beam Skull, which is pretty much all it needs. It also gets Mirror Coat, so let's say I want to run Mirror Coat and something, you know, like a Manaphy, for example, wants to come in and use Energy Ball on me, I could just Mirror Coat it right back and it will do a lot of damage. If it does a certain amount of HP to me, then it will do pretty much double right back, and Milotic has a lot of HP, so very nice stuff. A very naturally bulky Pokemon on the special side, and if it's burnt or toxic or even paralyzed, my defenses go up by a stage. So a lot of people like to run Flame Orb on their Milotic. I like to run Leftovers and hope that I get a Scald burn. So this thing's amazing for Scalds, and if anybody wants to run Scald, you know, just hit me with it. It's all good. It's pretty awesome with that though, and you know, it could also do it could just do a lot of stuff, and I just love it a lot for that reason that it could take hits so well and be able to just kind of sit there and recover and toxic and just be able to actually hit hard back, because it actually does have a lot of special attack in there as well. Also gets Competitive, which is another ability alongside Marvel Scale, which Marvel Scale is the ability that brings up its attack if it's status. As got Touch Fall, it's super awesome. And yeah, but yeah, like I was saying before, let's say an opponent brings Sticky Web and my speed goes down by a stage. My special attack will go up by 2 stages due to Competitive. So any stat that's lowered will bring up my special attack by 2 stages. Kind of like Defiant does that for attack, Competitive does that for special attack. So pretty awesome stuff. If a Pokemon also wants to go for Defog, I can just bring it in and go +2, just like that. So baiting again, whatever Sticky Web users or possible Defog users want to bring in. A lot of Pokemon got Defog in this new game Water Sun Ultra Moon. So if anybody wants to bring Defog, hey man, Milotic may just be competitive and may just get a boost from your attack. So there you go. Milotic is awesome, and I'm hoping to utilize it as well as I could. It can be used as a Pokemon, or it can be used for decently special offensive mon. Usually for bulk, but hey, it can do anything, man. I can bring Agility when we can destroy everything. I don't even know if it gets Agility or not. I think it does. But either way, let's get on to round number 3. And on round 3, guys, I actually wanted to get Bronzong. I need to get a nice little Steel-type Pokemon to go with this nice little Tapu Koko and build it around some defensive mons, because I could be quite a defensive player. I like to go bulky offense and sometimes just go full-on bulk, and I thought Bronzong would be amazing with the Steel Psychic typing and it just being able to take on many things at once, getting Heat Proof and Levitate. So if I want to eat up some Fire-type moves from Victini, hey, Bronzong has Heat Proof. If somebody wants to throw an Earthquake at me, I can Levitate. And, you know, I thought, hey, Bronzong would be perfect over here. But, unfortunately, it was just too early for us to do that. And in the later pick, it was actually taken in round 4, right before we could take it. So, round 3, we decided, screw it, man. We're going to go Donphan. We're going to go with the roly-poly Dumbo himself and see where that goes for us. Donphan's amazing, gets Rapid Spin, it gets Stealth Rock, so you get both of the amazing hazard stuff with removing it and putting it up. It's very, very physically bulky as well as physically offensive, so you got the nice little bulk and the offensive side of everything. It does also get things like, if you want to run something like offensive Rock Polish is pretty awesome. You got Stone Edge, and this thing is just amazing. You can run an AV, so it's especially defensive with 4 attacking moves and just make it completely hard-hitting. And, you know, a lot of Pokemon are weak to ground, and this thing could just come in and destroy things. You can put Rock Helmet on it, and if any physical attacker wants to come in, it'll eat the hit and also inflict some damage onto the opponent. And this thing gets C-Bomb, gets Play Rough. It gets, like, I believe it even gets Gunk Shy. It gets moves that you just wouldn't think you could. It could be a possibly good Z-move user that nobody will expect will even have the Z-move. So it's really nice in that fact, and I feel like I've never really gotten to take advantage of my man Donphan. So I really want to take advantage of Donphan this season on the Chicago Cubchoos NPA team and see where we can go with it. So yeah, while I'm at it, guys, let me know in the comment section below, who is your favorite Mon on the team? Of course, you do not know my full team unless you already watched the draft or you skipped to the end, whatever the case is. Watch until the end for my reasonings of why I picked what and what I'll do with them, what to expect, and possibly some surprising factors. Maybe I'll call something, who knows. Either way, on to round 4. We ended up thinking, okay, Bronzong's taken. Should we win on a steel type or should we go with the steel type right now? And we decided to say fuck that. We want to get Umbreon. So we decided to go with the bulky Pokemon known as Umbreon, who I despise having to ever go against. But Umbreon is amazing to have on your team. Amazing cleric first and foremost. This thing will go ahead and take on so many things with Heal Bell, Wish, and just bring up the team in general. Bring on itself. A nice little Toxic user gets Foul Play. So if anybody wants to come in and start setting up some offensive types like Swords Dance, Dragon Dance, whatever the case is, Bulk Up, Foul Play will go ahead and do a number right back. Of course, Bulk Up would actually neutralize it. So that's probably the best move to use against an Umbreon. So that way Foul Play will do a lot, but it won't do as much as it would if the user used Swords Dance or something like that. This Pokemon just does so much for me though, and hey man, it could also just surprise somebody with a nice little Z move. I don't want to say what kind of Z move it is though, because I don't really want to give away some tactics in case any, in case any opponent's watching this, but just watch out. I love this thing though, it's really cool, and it also gets synchronized, so if something wants to go into Toxic me, I can Toxic it right back, and I just Heal Bell right off, so it's all good. And this thing just takes hits like a champ. It's a nice little dart that you bring onto my team. If anybody has Prankster, fuck you Prankster, I got an Umbreon, and yeah, honestly, man, I haven't really gotten to use Umbreon like ever, so this will be actually the first time I'm using Umbreon, and this team, honestly, so far is really first. I've used Milotic very, very little. I've used Dunfan like once or twice. Never used Coco, I never used Umbreon. So I really want to take advantage of these new mons that may just fit in my style, who knows? But Umbreon is going to be that bulky mon, that cleric that we need, and that cleric that I never seem to get. So we're really fortunate to have something like this. Of course, that Clefable last season. Clefable, it could do so much that it gets tough to know what to do with it some weeks, and sometimes it just gets sent in this position that it doesn't want to be in, that doesn't enjoy being in. Or some sort of unaware set, just to make sure that the opponent doesn't set up, and then the opponent doesn't end up setting up, and then it becomes useless. So, Umbreon will be knowing what it's doing whenever I do bring it in, and possibly doing some different things that people won't expect. So, it would be pretty awesome to use it, and I look forward to using my man Umbreon. With round number 5, I'm like, yo, we really need a steel type, and then I kept getting freaking cucked, and people kept on sniping me, and I was like, what the hell, dude? Why do you keep on sniping me? So, round number 5. We needed a grass type really badly, and I was eyeing either getting Roserade or, getting Serena. And I was thinking, yo, if I got Donphan and Serena on the same team, that'd be crazy. Having two of debatably the best spinners in the game. Now, there's Escudillo, Starmie, there's other mons, but top 5 spinners, man. Donphan and Serena, bulky, can take hits, can pretty much just deliver a rapid spin right back, and that way it will take the pressure off of Donphan. But instead of taking Serena, we ended up going with Roserade. Now, Roserade does more than what Serena would for my team. I already have Rapid Spin. I don't really need Rapid Spin anymore. Roserade is a special attacker that we, will need to put on the pressure. Spikes, T-Spikes, amazing. It's Natural Cure, which, if there's a Skull coming in, I take it, I get Burn, I switch out, it's not Burn anymore. Burn doesn't even matter on a special attacker anyways, but, just saying. Can get Toxic, it absorbs Toxic Spikes. It's a really naturally special defensive mon and very naturally specially offensive mon that could do more than you think it would. You do not know what it's going to do. It also gets Technician, so if I run HP Ice or HP Fire, then it's basically the power of Flamethrower or Ice Beam, which is super awesome to have, and that coverage is really, really nice. In general, Dazzling Gleam puts in the work. I can run Leaf Storm or running Energy Ball. It does just as much. And, this thing is just a monster. And it's another Pokemon I really haven't gotten to use, but I feel is a very fun Pokemon to use. And I cannot wait to kind of utilize it and see what it has to do. And it's a beautiful Pokemon. Look at this thing. It is so beautiful, man. I freaking love it. But either way, on to the next round. On to round number 6. I wanted to get Klefki, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted to get Klefki. Unfortunately, Klefki got sniped by Red Ethan. So, Red Ethan, I don't like you. Just kidding, I do like you. Red Ethan's an okay guy. Don't actually throw at him. It's all good. He did Klefki though, I really wanted Klefki. So for round number 6, we ended up going for a nice little ghost type. I needed a ghost type on my team. You know, spin block and something fast on my team, because the only Pokemon that goes over the speed of 100 on my team is Tapu Koko, which goes well over 100. And I have pretty much nothing else that's really fast. Roserade base 70, and then the rest is just really slow. So I really needed speed at this point, and without Klefki, I'm like, well, I need speed. I need something good. I need ghost type, and I was like, I also need something that's gonna be nice against ground types, because, or you know, just to negate ground types, because having Koko on my team is gonna suck if I'm ground weak. So I want to make this team not ground weak at all, and trying to kind of build around Koko, build around the key asset of this team. So with round number 6, we ended up taking Miss Magius, or Miss Magius, or Miss Maggie, however the frick you want to pronounce the name of this beautiful little thing. Miss Magius is awesome. I've used it in the past. It was actually one of my picks in NPA Season 2. I only brought it 1 time or 2 times, I don't remember, but ever since Oras days, man, Mystical Fire got boosted, so that's no longer just like a HP Fire, or like a little bit stronger HP Fire. It actually does a lot more than that now. And it gets terrific coverage. This thing's a monster. It gets Destiny Bond. It can get Nasty Plot. It can go ahead and get a nice little Baton Pass out for free. I don't even know. Actually, no, I don't think it gets Baton Pass. But regardless of the fact, it gets T-Wave, and it gets Will-O-Wisp, I believe. And it gets tons of moves that it can do. It's base 105, so it goes faster than a lot of Pokemon over base 100, 102, or whatever the case may be. So this thing's pretty fast. It can hit pretty hard, and it has some decent special defense. Unfortunately, it's very frail on the physical side, but that's okay. Obviously, Color Berry is really nice to run on this thing, so I bait in a ghost type, or I bait in a dark type move, and I just stay in, and I completely blow it back with an SL move right back. So, you know, it has the ability to do just so much, and it gets such great coverage in general. I believe it gets Energy Ball, Mystical Fire, Icy Winds, it gets Shadow Ball. Like, it's just a really good Pokemon in general. I can do so much with it. Nobody's really going to know what I want to do with it, and it gets other moves that I don't want to spoil, but can really put in the work, and may come by and completely surprise somebody. So there you go. I'm gonna be kind of shady whenever I talk about these little sets for you guys, because I don't really want to give away too much for you all. But yeah, round number 6, I believe this was Miss Magius, however you want to pronounce it, was picked, and I'm very happy with this pick, honestly, because we were thinking, the Chicago Cubchoos front office, we were all thinking, damn dude, Miss Maggie goes wherever here, we're kind of screwed, man, because we don't have a steel type, and we need a fast ghost. We need something that can take a hit on the social side and be able to deliver something more than just attacks, but being able to run things like Willow, T-Wave, being able to run Destiny Bond to trick some opponents, and having some nice little moves that maybe Z Crystals can take advantage of. And yeah, that's just an awesome Pokemon over there. Nice Miss Magius, and I love it very much. With round number 7, I have to explain something real quick. So we ended up drafting Bisharp, because we needed a steel type and everything else was taken, and we were just like, man, we need a steel type. So I went with Bisharp. We already have a dark type, so we decided to double up on dark types, decided to make us very fighting weak, and another ground weakness. And it was not my #1 choice. It was not my number 2. It wasn't my number 5 choice, but we ended up taking Bisharp. And then later in the draft, the Pokemon that we really wanted to get was Hawlucha. Unfortunately, Hawlucha was taken before we were about to take it. We were waiting on it. We were banking that it wasn't going to be taken. We were banking that nobody was going to want it unless they had another Tapu on their team. And the Lindomar actually took it in like round 8 or round 9. So we're foolish for letting it stay for that long, but they ended up taking it before we could take it, because we wanted to get the key assets before we take the fun stuff like Hawlucha. Well, I just want to let you guys know that the Lindomar, after the draft, saw his schedule. I don't know if this is why he did it, but he ended up dropping Hawlucha for Duck Trio. And I may have just went off the trigger and got Hawlucha for our team in exchange for Bisharp on round number 7. This thing's a monster, a beast. It is beautiful. Base 118 speed with unburdened possibilities. Electric Seed is crazy. Power of Sky Attack is nuts. And, you know, Sub Citrus is nutty as well. This thing's incredible. It gets Swords Dance. It gets all sorts of amazing moves. You can make it bulky with some speed with an unburdened boost, making it even faster than it can ever be. It is just insane. It gets High Jump Kick, and it gets Drain Punch. And it's just a crazy good Pokemon to pair up with Tapu Koko. I don't want to spoil too much with what we may be doing later in the season because we have some plans with this thing. But I am so happy we ended up getting it. Lindo, if you're watching this, I love you for dropping it. Thank you, dude. He even said whenever you dropped it, I'm gonna make Elliot happy. And I was like, dude, I need to get Hawlucha. So, if you guys could guess, we don't have a steel type on our team at all. But that's okay because we have Hawlucha, and Hawlucha is such a monster, and it fits the team so perfectly. Like, we needed a flying type, and we needed a fighting type, and Hawlucha just covers both those bases. We didn't need another dark type. We did need a steel type, but it wasn't bulky steel, so we didn't really need Bisharp so much. So Hawlucha fits the team so much better. It's immune to ground with its flying capabilities. Fighting types can't do shit to it, so it pretty much just builds that fighting pretentious winning for our team. Tabayoga can take fighting type moves. Miss Magius is immune. Roserade takes fighting types easily, and then Hawlucha does too. So we have a really good team in terms of fighting. Which, if you have Bisharp, would just make it the complete opposite because it's 4 times weak, and then the ground type thing is completely, just not even there. Coco's the only weak thing, and we have Miss Magius with Levitate and Hawlucha with Flying. This thing just works perfectly. Screw Bisharp. We should have just taken it in general. We should have just taken Hawlucha right now. Instead, we took Bisharp, and we regretted it at the end, and we decided, screw Bisharp. We're not really going to be here too often. I know the Defiance with Competitive Dreams with Defog and Stickos would be real. But Bisharp we probably would never bring anyways, and Hawlucha with Coco is just too tempting. So we ended up taking that, technically round 7, but it's more so free agent acquisition for round 7, which was Bisharp. Now Hawlucha, part of the team. Welcome to the squad, Hawlucha. I love your face. And then let's go on to round number 8. And with round number 8 approaching, we were really thinking, damn, we have no points left. So we started thinking, let's go for a lower tier Mega. Let's not even worry about it. I don't think anybody has their eyes on this lower tier Mega. We can go for the last pick, and if we get sniped, then we may be screwed and we may have to take another Mega. But we banked the chances, and we kept on waiting for this possible Mega to not be picked. And you may guess it, you may have not guessed it, but you'll figure it out. We didn't take it round 8. We actually ended up taking on round 8. Beautiful Magmortar. We needed a fire type desperately, and of course it brings the ground type weakness, but with Hawlucha it doesn't even matter. If, however, we did end up keeping Bisharp, this team would be very, very ground weak right now. But Magmortar is a beast. It's incredible with coverage. It has so many moves, and with Z moves being unlocked, man, Z Psychic, Z Focus Blast, Z Fire Blast for a ginormous nuke, Z Earthquake, because this thing can be ran physically as well. It gets Mach Punch. It gets so many types of moves that just makes it so good. AV, Scarf, Life Form, Expert Belt, Leftovers, whatever you want to put on it, this thing could do. It's just, it naturally hits hard enough, and if you put on it on it, it is an absolute nuke and a half, maybe even the 3 meters, and it's just incredible. And its speed is kind of okay, but of course, it's in a better speed tier than a lot of other fire types, and this thing can surprise a lot of opponents. And I'm ready to blast some motherfuckers with my beautiful Magmortar and see just what kind of light it can shed. It is such an underrated Pokemon, and I wanted to take it so badly. In round 8, man, we ended up snagging this thing. We were so scared that somebody else was going to take it, but nobody took it, and we were like, we got to take it right now and go on with some action. We got lots of special attackers and physical attackers on this team right now, and it's looking very nice. Some mixed options as well, and honestly, we're looking quite nice at this point. And then for round number 9, we were thinking, man, we need to take a steal of the draft. We need to shape up this team. We need to get something that can do more and can leave the person building for it completely confused as to what we're gonna do with it. It's in tier 3, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Pokemon that is often underrated, but whenever you have to prep for it, you have the most terrible time prepping for it. I've been swept by this thing before. I've been scared of this thing before. It can do more than a million things. It is known as none other than Meloetta. This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Pokemon, Meloetta, is gorgeous. It is amazing. It is very tough to predict. It can be Calm Minds. It has Utser. It can be the Period form. Relic Song with Serene Grace makes it a 20% chance to put the opponent to sleep. And it's just incredibly specially bulky, just naturally. It has decent speed at 90. And its coverage is quite great. With Z-moves, you don't know what this thing will do. I could be running it with Pirouette, with Relic Song if I wanted to. Nobody will know. I've been swept by Pirouette Meloetta. I've been swept by Kame Meloetta. You don't know what's going to come. You don't know what to prep for. If I want to bring a fighting type for Rolling Week, that's not Halucha. If I want to bring dual fighting types, then nobody will know that I'm bringing. Meloetta is the secret option, of course, and it just hits like a truck. Put the specs on this thing, crazy. Scarf it, nothing's gonna outspeed it. Unless they're scarfed as well. And then, you know, it's just such a monster. And Hyper Voice mixed up with Psychic is pretty much all you need. But he also gets Energy Ball, gets Dazzling Gleam, I believe. It gets Focus Blast. It gets such great coverage that it will pretty much put a dent into whatever you're going against. And then, of course, if you just want to run it Pirouette form, all you realistically need is like Drain Punch in return. And then it just puts in so much work. So our number 9 pick is Meloetta, and this is kind of like our wildcard Pokemon. We'll do whatever the hell we want with it. And one of my front office members, Ace, was very hyped that we got this. This is his baby, and I was like, you know what, Ace, you're gonna trade me with this Pokemon. We're gonna bring this to the Promised Land. We're gonna build it some justice that it deserves because it's such an underrated Pokemon, and just kick some ass with it. So yeah. By the way, shout out to my front office members. They have all been amazing, and I would not have drafted this incredible of a team without them being by my side and helping me out and everything like that. So shout out to my front office members, Liz, Gareth, Ace, Chase. Yes, I have a person named Ace and Chase on my team, and also Sydney. Thank you guys so much for all the help you guys have given me. It means a lot, and let's kick some ass this fucking season, guys. Either way, round number 10 is approaching, guys, and I was thinking, we needed webs on this team. In the WBE, I got Leavanny. Leavanny sucked dick. It's terrible. Weak to fire ×4, weak to flying ×4, weak to rocks. It just doesn't work for me. I was not a fan of Leavanny. It disappointed me. I thought it would be the best webs user in tier 5, but it just wasn't. And then the same Pokemon we actually drafted last pick last season in the NPA, and I actually dropped it for Kricketune. I don't know why I did that. Because after looking back at it, Ariados is actually a really good Pokemon. You can make it bulky. It gets T-Spikes. It gets Sticky Webs. It gets Toxic Thread, which is a move that actually can be used on your opponent that lowers their speed on that same turn and poisons them. It doesn't toss them, but it poisons them in the process. So if you're predicting a switch and you want to lower your speed of the opponent and poison them in the same exact turn, Toxic Thread is a cool move to use to get Sucker Punch with Shadow Snake. So 2 priority moves, which is pretty awesome. You get to Lunge, which can always bring down the opponent's attack every single time you use it, which is insane. And, you know, for the most part, it's mostly just great for its beautiful Sticky Web. And it's a very good webs user, honestly. I'm pretty pumped to use it. And it pairs up fantastically with my last pick. Guys, well, lower tier Mega thrives off of webs so much that it can possibly cause destruction. This is a Pokemon that I feel is very much slept upon. It has very good social attack with an insane attack stat. Incredible attack stat. It gets great moves, and it's often shadowed by its regular form, not its Mega, but its regular form. And this Pokemon, and also the Shining on it, is a million times better than its regular form. This Pokemon is known as Mega Garchomp, and I am so happy to finally be able to use Mega Garchomp. For the many times that it's been shadowed, that people say it's not good enough, that people say it's just a bad Pokemon. A Mega Tier 3 Pokemon that gives me enough points to get things like Meloetta, Halucha, and Roserade, and Umbreon, all in free picks. I just want to let you guys know, my free picks are Tier 3, Tier 3, Tier 2, and Tier 3. To be able to just be able to like put in the equation, to be able to add up and then get, you know, 3 Tier 3s and 1 Tier 2, and then to be able to get Mega Garchomp with webs on the side is freaking nuts. This is our Dragon type, guys. Our Dragon, Fairy, Steel Core, which we don't have a Steel Core, but it's fine. But our Dragon and Fairy are Mega Garchomp and Tapu Koko, ladies and gentlemen. That's insane. And Mega Garchomp is a beast. This thing puts in so much work. If you don't run on Fire Fang, you can run Fire Blast. It does a crap ton because of its great social attack. You don't even have to make it. You don't even have to make it like naive. You could just make this thing like jolly, and it'll still hit hard with Fire Blast. And honestly, man, all you need is a ground and dragon and just one other move of coverage, and this thing can sweep opponents left and right and above the corner. It is insane. I love it. And I want to get a big game with this thing, guys. I want to get a big game with this. That's my goal. To give this thing some respect, to shed some light on the beautiful Mega Garchomp, to just put in some work with it, and move it up a tier. Move it to Mega Tier 2, where the other beasts are included. And give this thing some respect that it deserves, because it's not a bad Pokemon. Base 92 is not a bad speed tier, and mixing it up with Ariados, with webs, is a beautiful thing. I was thinking about getting rid of Bumblebee, but that was actually snapped before me by Kelly, aka Under the Radar. He took it around 3, so I got Donphan, it's fine. But, like, honestly, screw it, Bumblebee, man. I got Ariados with Mega Garchomp, and it doesn't sound vicious at all, but it is insanely amazing. I'm very proud of our team. Rounding out, Tapu Koko, Milotic, Donphan, Mismagius, McMortar, Ariados, Mega Garchomp, Umbreon, Roserade, Haluchador, and Meloetta. Beautiful team. Very happy with it. The NPA, actually, the analysts are going to be doing a power ranking, and I want to get your guys' opinion. First and foremost, who is your favorite Pokemon that I drafted? And secondly, out of the 24 teams, unless you don't know all the teams, but if you do know all the teams and what they drafted, where would you rank this team in terms of the 24? Would you rank it as the 16th best? Would you rank it as the 12th best? Would you rank it as the best, or would you rank it as the worst, number 24? Let me know in the comment section below. I am curious. I want some unbiased opinions. I don't care if you're rooting for me. I don't care if you're rooting for Age Drive. I don't care if you're rooting for the Dreadagons. I don't care if you're rooting for the New York Lynx, the Southampton Sharpedos, whoever you may be rooting for. I don't care. I just want an unbiased opinion on what you guys think of this team, and in terms of the overall ranking, where you would rank it. Unless you don't know all the teams, then just let me know who your favorite Pokemon is at that point, and let me know what you think of the team. Either way, guys, this is Galactic Elliot, the coach of the Chicago Cubchoos. Proudly sending you guys off, and hopefully starting off the season with some love and luck. Week 1, guys, we're going against 6-Foot Hacks, aka Leo. Last time we went against him was in the P4G, where he crit me while I was setting it with my Mew to baton pass it to sweep, or potentially sweep. So we're trying to get our vengeance against Leo, a fantastic battler. It just makes me nervous to even think that we're going against Leo, man. He is incredible, dude. I have nothing but respect for Leo, aka 6-Foot X, and I want to start off the season with a W, but I honestly just want to start off the season knowing that I can take this team and play well with it. That's my biggest thing. So as long as I can do that, that is what would matter the most to me. Starting off the season playing well. If the worst I want to lose is by 2-0. That's the worst I want to lose by, and we're just gonna see how things roll and go. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said before, catch you guys later. Peace out.